Imagine a world where the ethics of Peter Kropotkin, the Russian philosopher and activist, guide every action, every decision made. How would this society differ from the one we currently inhabit? Kropotkin, a prominent figure in the anarchist movement during the late 19th and early 20th centuries, proposed an ethical framework rooted in mutual aid, cooperation, and decentralization. A staunch critic of capitalism and state power, he envisioned a society where individuals freely contribute to the common good, not out of obligation, but out of a deep sense of empathy and solidarity with their fellow human beings. In stark contrast, the society we currently inhabit often prioritizes individualism and competition. The drive to succeed, to accumulate wealth and power, often trumps the need for cooperation and mutual aid. In this society, capitalism reigns supreme, and success is often measured by material wealth and individual achievements. But what if everyone followed Kropotkin's ethics? Imagine a world where cooperation, not competition, is the norm, where mutual aid is not just an ideal, but a way of life. In this society, the common good is prioritized over individual gain. Decentralization is favored over state power, and empathy and solidarity guide every decision made. In such a society, the disparities we currently see, the vast wealth gaps, the unequal distribution of resources, the rampant exploitation of the environment, may not exist. Instead, resources would be shared equitably, and the environment would be cared for as a common heritage, not exploited for individual gain. Now, it's important to note that Kropotkin's ethics are not without their criticisms. Some argue that human nature is inherently competitive, not cooperative. Others worry that a society based on mutual aid and cooperation may lack the drive for innovation and progress that competition often sparks. However, proponents of Kropotkin's ethics argue that these criticisms miss the point. They contend that his ethics do not reject competition outright, but seek to foster a balance between competition and cooperation. Moreover, they argue that innovation and progress can still thrive in a cooperative society, driven not by the pursuit of individual gain, but by the desire to contribute to the common good. To summarize, today's discourse revolved around the ethics of Peter Kropotkin and how a society guided by these principles would differ from our current society. The discussion delved into the core tenets of Kropotkin's ethics: mutual aid, cooperation, and decentralization, and contrasted these with the principles that guide our current society. The conversation also touched on the potential implications of a society where everyone follows Kropotkin's ethics, envisioning a world where resources are shared equitably, the environment is cared for, and empathy and solidarity guide every decision. Lastly, the discourse shed light on the criticisms of Kropotkin's ethics, along with counter-arguments from proponents of his ethical framework. In essence, the dialogue served as a thought-provoking exploration of Kropotkin's ethics and its potential impact on society, inviting us to question and reflect on the principles that guide our actions and decisions. Remember, the power to shape society lies not just in the hands of a few, but in the hands of each and every one of us.